I think there's a common misconception that all Disney adults have money, because people are constantly asking me when the next time I'm going to Disney World. I don't know, I'm broke.
Planning a trip to Disney World? A vacation there next year will likely cost you more. It's getting more expensive for the most popular times. Disney has what's called dynamic pricing, so prices vary depending on what day. Is it a holiday, how's demand, etc.
I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. If you're in debt, you should not be going to Disney World.
Disney trips lead to debt for almost 50% of parents with young children. Study finds. Study finds? This needed a study? You needed to study this? You could have just asked me. Of course, going to Disney leads to debt for parents with young children. The study didn't find that. Let me tell you what the study found. The study found that apparently there's over 50% of parents that are pulling off Disney trips and not ending up in debt. I want to know how that's happening. Go interview those people. That's the study we need to do.
A Florida father is going viral after showing just how costly a day trip to Disney World has become.
Before we even got into the park, it cost me $30 just for parking. And even being a Florida resident, tickets for a family of 5 with one child under 10 was still $974. The rest of the family decided they wanted to go to dinner at downtown Disney Springs. This place was my literal hell, totaling $245.27. The grand total for our day was $1,391.91.
I kind of had a feeling it would go viral. It's very relatable. It's family friendly.
How much did you spend on your Disney vacation?
Including plane fare and all, about $5,000. I got theme park tickets for each day we here. Photo memory maker. Got the Genie Plus and the Magic Bands.
How much did you spend on your Disney vacation?
About $500. And just under $1,000 on extracurricular stuff minus hotel.
How much did you spend on your Disney vacation?
Probably $3,500.
What did you get for it?
What do you mean?
Like Epcot, which area you got?
The package. So we got Epcot, Magic Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios.
How much did you spend on the Disney vacation?
I have 850 points.
Nice.
Yes.
Nothing at all.
It's a lot.
How much did you spend on your Disney vacation?
Our tickets were around $500 for me and one child, and that's 2 park days, and then we spent about $400 on a flight.
People are apparently going into debt to go on a Disney vacation. According to the Wall Street Journal, a typical 4-day family trip to Disney World cost you $4,266, up $3,000 from 5 years ago. In 2024, there was a survey done of 2,000 people where 45% of the people that went on Disney vacation went in debt to do it. You think Disney's revenue must be going up, right? Wrong. People inside the Walt Disney Company have admitted the experience has become more unaffordable to go to Disney World, with executives also concerned about the lack of revenue coming from the park. You see, the biggest thing we lost was Fast Pass no longer being free. People got to pay for Lightning Lane. There's so many different Lightning Lanes, Genie Plus, whatever, now that the most expensive one is over $400. Even the little things too, like losing Magical Express that used to be a free trip and now costs you money to get to and from the airport. People spending money on this. People have spent less money at like table service restaurants and stuff like that. So Disney has now put out kind of a statement here saying that they offer all these deals to people because they know how much a Disney vacation means to people. And saying they haven't raised the ticket price in Disneyland since 2019. Not the same for Disney World, because in 2019 a one-day ticket was $109 to $125. Now the ticket prices are a lot more than that. So what do you think? You think Disney's too expensive now, or do you think this is just kind of an overreaction?
Disney is suddenly getting a heart and saying that they are concerned with prices of the park and asking, you know, why can't families afford Disneyland, and why isn't it such a magical place? Well, I'm here to tell you, Disney is only magical if you're a millionaire. Let me say that again. Disney is only magical if you're a millionaire, because you have to be able to afford the fast passes, okay? You can't just buy tickets to the park, okay? I have 5 people that I would have to take to that park, okay? My son wants to go for his birthday, right? So it's not just like $150 a ticket, because you won't get on any rides. So if you want to do fast passes, that could add on another $400 per ticket. Then you have all the food. Forget about staying at Disney. Nobody can afford that, again, unless you're a millionaire. But to be able to pay to have the magical experience, you have to be able to get ahead in the lines, because everybody knows you go to Disney and you're lucky if you get on 1 to 2 rides, and most of the times it's not even.
I was just asking families, what did they pay for their Disney vacation? Just to help people out, let's give them like a realistic price of like what people are paying.
What, from the flights, hotel, the whole package? We paid $8.5 grand.
800?
8.5 thousand.
Oh, 1,000?
Yeah.
Wow, where are you from?
English. England.
England?
Yeah.
Oh, so is it all 4 of you?
Yeah, it's all 4 of us.
Where are you guys staying if you don't mind me asking?
So we've been staying at the Coco Key water park.
Oh, okay.
And then we stayed one night at the Hard Rock.
Okay. Yeah, the camera's right there. Yeah, you guys can say hi. How many days is that?
Hello. So we've got 13 nights here.
13 nights. Oh, that's pretty bad. That's pretty good. I got a YouTube channel. I was just asking what you guys. Yeah, the camera's right there. All right. I'm just asking families like what they paid for their vacation. Yeah. Just to give people like a realistic, price.
Paid 8.5 thousand. That doesn't include the 500 we spent on Hard Rock. So it'd be about 9 grand.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Yeah, it is. Max.
Sponsored.
Camera.
My channel is DJ from Orlando. I'm on TikTok and YouTube, by the way. Okay. Yeah, it's nice to meet you guys.
These guys are.
Oh yeah, it's nice to meet you. She left me hanging.
Sorry.
Thank you guys. I didn't want to take your time or anything. I know it's an expensive vacation.
Sorry, so you're DJ?
DJ from Orlando.
DJ from Orlando.
Yeah, on TikTok.
Right.
Remember that, Ryan?
Yeah. Thank you guys. I appreciate your time. They were super nice. Australia.
So let's talk about something a lot of families don't say out loud until it's too late. The real cost of a Disney trip. Because what used to be a magical getaway is now starting to feel like a financial decision that follows your home. Now, if you're planning a trip to Disney World next year, just know this. Prices are no longer fixed, okay? Disney uses what is called dynamic pricing, meaning ticket costs they fluctuate depending on demand, holidays, and even the days of the week. So the more popular the time, the more expensive it gets. And here's what is getting it interesting, okay? There's this viral conversation going around claiming that Disney trips are pushing nearly half of parents with young children into debt. And honestly, do we even need a study to tell you that? No. Okay, here's the twist. So what the data actually suggests is that over 50% of families somehow manage to go to Disney without falling into debt. Now that's the real mystery, okay? Because how? Okay, who are these people? What are they doing differently? Because for the average family, the numbers tell a different story. One parent broke it all down after a single day at Disney World, and listen to this. Before even stepping into the park, parking alone cost $30 or more. Tickets for a family of 5, even with one child under 10, and the Florida resident discounts came to $974 US, like 974 US dollars. Then came dinner at Disney Springs, $245 US, and just that one day, just one day, totaled to $1,391 US. That's not a vacation, that's a financial event, yo. Yeah, so let's just continue watching the rest of the clips, and I'm going to come back at the end of this video to give my own final 2 cents. If you've got something to say on this, and if it's your first time to be on this channel, go ahead, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so that every time I upload such videos, you guys will be notified. Let's continue watching.
So you can tell that Disney doesn't care about the state of our economic crisis and people being fucking broke. They said that for a single day pass, for a single ticket to go to Disney is now $224. That's over what, 150, 200% higher than it was 10 years ago. I don't think that Walt Disney realized how expensive it would be to live in the United States of America, and for people to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to go to Disney for a week of stress, standing in 100-degree heat, in lines a mile long to go on one ride. I went to Disney when I was 12 years old, and I'm almost 50 now. And I remember standing in lines all day. We stood in lines all day long, and I think I went on maybe 4 rides in an entire day, and it was probably one of the worst days of my life. I just remember sweating like a pig to go on Space Mountain and go on these other rides. But I think it was literally 4 rides we went on in the entire day. So if you want to actually enjoy your time with your family, don't go to Disney. Go camping, go hiking, go...
What I need people to stop doing is saying that Disney is a vacation. Going to Disney is not a vacation. Going to Disney is just an expensive field trip for the children. There shouldn't be no grown men out here saying, I'm finna go vacation at Disney and actually have a good time. That trip is for the kids. The reason Disney is not a vacation is because when you're done with Disney, if you don't feel refreshed when you get back home, that was not a vacation. If you're tired and broke and still don't feel like going back to work, it was not a vacation. It was just a field trip. So please stop saying Disney is a vacation. It's not.
Okay, so when you really sit and look at the numbers people are spending just going to Disney, um, just to create a magical, you start questioning everything. Like, when did creating magical memories start coming with this kind of price tag? Because Disney has always been marked as the ultimate family-friendly destination, a place where parents can give their kids unforgettable experiences, a place where dreams come true. But for many families today, that dream is starting to come with financial pressure that lasts after the long trip, once the trip is over. And that's the part nobody really talks about enough. What happens after the Disney trip. Okay. If you ask me, I'm going to say, if you have a loan, don't go to Disneyland. Okay. If you don't have enough money, do not go to Disneyland. Sorry. We see the photos, the matching outfits, the smiling kids, the castle in the background, but we don't see the credit card statements that follows. We don't see the budgeting, the sacrifices, or in some cases, the debt that families quietly carry just to make that experience happen. Now, to be fair, not every family goes into debt. Okay, there are people who plan ahead, save for years, travel during a peak of season, and make very strategic choices. And clearly, based on the statistics, more than half of families are finding ways to make it work without putting themselves in a financial hole. For the other half, it's a different story, and it's not because they're irresponsible, but it's because the system itself has changed. I mean, theme park pricing isn't that what it used to be. Between dynamic ticket pricing, paid fast passes, expensive food, parking fees, and add-ons that used to be included, the total cost of Disney trip has quietly evolved into something much, much bigger than most families anticipated. And the thing is, it doesn't feel optional. This is not optional, okay? Because when you're a parent, you want to give your your children, the best experiences. You want them to feel included, to have the same memories their friends are having, to not miss out on something that's become almost a cultural milestone. So even when the numbers don't make sense, people still find a way, and that is where it gets a little bit complicated. Because at some point, okay, at what point do we pause and ask questions like, is this worth it? Okay, is 1 or 2 days of magic worth months or even years of financial recovery? Or has the idea of what a perfect family vacations looks like been shaped so strongly by marketing and social media that we feel pressured into experiences we can't comfortably afford? Because, I mean, let's be honest, there are families out there creating just as meaningful, just as joyful memories without spending over $1,000 in a single day. And maybe that's a real thing people needs to start talking about. I mean, you can have fun, just by doing simple, less costly activities than going to Disneyland. I'm not discouraging anybody not to go to Disneyland, but please make sure you check your pockets. Okay, not just about how expensive Disney has become, but about how we define value when it comes to our time, our money, and our families. Because at the end of the day, kids don't measure love in dollar amount. They remember how you made them feel, how they felt. They remember the laughter, the attention, the moments. Okay, and those things don't have to come with a luxury price. Okay, so if you're planning a Disney trip, this isn't me telling you not to go there. Not at all. This is just a reminder to go into, to be informed, get educated, check the cheapest whatever before you go to Disneyland. So plan wisely, you know, set boundaries, and most importantly, make sure that the memories you're creating don't come at the cost of your peace of mind. Because the real magic isn't how much you spend. It's in how present you are when you are there, okay? And that is something no ticket price can ever control. Yeah, so if you've watched up to here, please make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell so that every time I upload such videos, you guys will be notified. I will definitely see you in my next video. Please stay peaceful.